Hi there. Wait, let me just suggest. Hi there, my viewer. So, I had recorded this reading, and it turns out like the space in my cell phone, the memory, I was out of it, and yeah, something felt so chaotic about that reading. But now I feel very much in control, and we're gonna complete the playlist because I feel this is so important. Like uh, before this year ends. So again, we are continuing with the piles. It's not changing, it's not flipping. So you can like directly choose your timestamps, and we'll start with pile one. So hi pile one, if you are still considering the reading, and if you found this like this is the first part for you, I would suggest like you can go and complete the playlist and go back to part 2 and 3, which is these two topics. And today we are focusing on how to develop an attachment with yourself. Okay, so let me just share my perspective with you, because I think being detached is, it's like it's cool and all, but I think it's going to it's going to feel resentful if you don't so the way I see detachment is, when things don't go your way, you are not holding on to a certain outcome. And wait, let me just switch the angles. Yeah, this is so much better because I've already shuffled all of your cards. So, yes. Okay. So, yeah, detachment for me, it's basically not holding on to one particular outcome if things don't go your way. Um, you end up basically focusing on now, on your present moment. So if you have followed the playlist on everything that's going on about you, this playlist is all focusing on how this whole experience has always been about you. Okay, so now we focus on how do you develop an attachment to yourself, because I get it, like detachment is cool and all, but if you don't see results, you will be like resenting the whole process. You will be resenting the way it's actually unfolding, and you know you would be resenting the way things are like, when things don't go your way and you end up blaming yourself for not trying too hard. So that's a kind of a resentment that comes when you are hoping for the best, but the worst happened, and the worst keeps repeating, and you're like, you know what, the universe is, I think, against me. That sort of feeling. Okay, so I think as we go through this reading, you'll know more. But since we are not shifting energies from one pile to another, this has to be constant. So if this is your first time watching this reading, I would suggest watch part 1 and 2, because it's all linked. And again, you don't have to, but the thing is, it would make more sense. You would be more aligned with the intention of the reading. And this is just me helping you give another perspective, since you are open to receiving. Okay? So the first two cards talks about flexibility with the number 13, and playfulness with the number 31. So you have Woodstock, New York. You could be from New York, or you could be from Southeast Asia. A prehistoric bamboo forest. And could be a Leo, again, doesn't have to be. But I see how your frequency has shifted. I feel how much you have progressed, and I can tell that with this reading, um, let's say if I were to give you a percentage of how far you've come, uh, to like considering this reading as the end um, finish line, I would say you're almost there. You're like 90% there. Okay. So this oracle is shuffled with an intention to find out who you are and who you've become. And I can see like two different people, not based on these cards, but like you at the beginning and you now, because I'm considering again you've watched all the parts and now you've come here. I can feel this kindness, this openness, this level of understanding you have with yourself when you don't have 100% to give. Like today I just have 20%. So instead of spending that 20% of your strength, you would rather take a step back and relax and try to gather the other 80% by doing things or by investing that amount of energy you've left into things that would rather make your energy better or replenish yourself. So I see how you have progressed. Okay. And if this doesn't sound like you, this is not your pile, because this is the frequency I'm picking up. This is like mostly a viewer who is viewing this pile, who've gone through the playlist again. The reason why I'm emphasizing on the playlist is it's important. It's a sequence. It's a set of stages where your frequency is gonna upgrade. So if this doesn't make sense to you, I suggest you go and watch the playlist. I mean, the part 1 and 2. And when I say watch, it's more like comprehending and embodying it. Okay? So this is what I pick up from your energy, pile 1. This has also everything to do with your surroundings. Something about your surrounding has changed. I think so. You have cut off a few people with your presence and environment. About the last reading, I do feel like you've somehow managed to filter through your energy, where you have decided to pick people that actually invest in you, like the right kind of investment. It's not only you who is investing in people, it's the people. So you're literally picking people who have this two-way sort of exchange happening. Okay, does that make sense? Because I think I'm just not making sense. But okay, I'll keep reading further so that it makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So I do feel like right now your energy is very intense. I do feel like something about you. You might notice people looking at you, staring at you for a bit longer. Even if you look at them or you look at their way, there is something like that still intrigues people, and they might end up just staring at you blankly. They won't even shy away and look away, because this is your energy. This is you holding like a certain calmness. You are literally imagine like you are a vendor, you're selling your product, okay, you're selling some item you made, maybe cupcakes or whatever you prefer, right? And again, this is not a gender specific thing, so it could be like, whatever your favorite item is, whatever you're good at doing is, you're selling that on a street, right? So people might come there and, like pick up your product, take a look at it, look at the prices. They love the prices, they love the product, they look at you and they're like, wow. Like, wow, amazing. Like, how did you come up with, let's imagine like this is your product. So how did you come up with such beautiful graphics? How did you even imagine like there could be a tiger in this sorry. I just kicked the table. Yeah, there could be like a tiger in a bamboo forest. Like, wow, this is so original, and then all of this conversation is happening in their head, but in reality they're just staring at you, okay? So now imagine like 11:11 when I just said imagine. So yeah, whatever your manifestations are happening faster than you anticipated. Yeah, now imagine that all of this thing happening, that you selling your product and everything, it's all in your energy field, okay? Like, you just sit, okay? You might be just sitting at a cafe or doing your thing, buying your grocery, or just walking by, or minding your own business. And this is what's happening with people. They are seeing how good products you've got. And when I say products, it's your energy. They see the substance, they see the value, they understand your temperance. And that's how they are picking it up. But like, are we depending on how much they reflect on their own self, they'll understand that, oh, you've upgraded, or oh, your frequency has changed, oh, or you have a better understanding of your soul, and you're more aligned with who you are truly. So again, it depends on how they've done the work, right? Okay, so yeah, that's gonna happen with you now that you've upgraded to this frequency, and let's see how you can develop a healthy attachment with yourself and like universe. Okay, so you have the white buffalo. Oh my god, I dreamt about this, but they were like black. So you have number 47. You have benzotyne. Is that correct? Wait, let me just lock this. Do you see it? With the number 2. And then you have Durga with the number 4. So I think I'm recording like way after the season of Durga. So in India, again, dude, the tiger is her. So every deity in India is associated with a certain animal, because it embodies the strengths and weaknesses of that animal, right? So with Durga, she is like a form of the same female god, that's Shakti or Parvati. Is just her fierce form, right? So I feel like with you, your attachment with yourself has become very visible. It has become like, dude, this pile 1, is not gonna entertain anything that's going to lower the vibration. Like, I mean, me coming from my experiences, I know that. But the way people look at you, it's like something about your energy has become like, no, don't even think about it. Don't even step next to me. Don't even look in my direction, okay? Like, that's how powerful it has become. And the reason why I was explaining you, oh, look who we have here. Sorry, that's your tarot cards adding more to the attachment with yourself. Okay, so this is the tarot cards are going to tell you what's coming with this, right? Because it's good to know how attaching your purpose and getting attached to yourself has more benefits than being attached to an outcome or certain timeline or things, money, material, right? Okay, so the reason why I was telling you about Durga was yeah, so it was her fierce form. Okay, so the situation required her to be more fierce. The situation demanded her fierce nature, right? So it was always there in her, but because the situation was demanding that, she could transform herself into this fierce deity, and she fought. Okay, she fought for, I think, some decades or so, or centuries, with literally, I'm getting goosebumps on my like head. I mean, that feeling that creeps in. But okay, I don't know if you know this. So I'll tell you what happened was, there was a war, okay, between all the monsters, or the way we call it is Rakshas. Okay, so there's Rakshasgarn and there is Devgarn. Devgarn are the gods. Rakshasgarn is the monsters, okay? The very wild realm. Again, I don't find good and bad, but okay. So this is how I'm explaining it to you. Or this is my version of it. Okay? So yeah, so she was fighting with so many demons, so many monsters for like about centuries. And there are these three powerful gods, okay, and they're masculine, right? Masculine energy. So these three gods, they are the creator, the sustainer, and the destroyer. If you watched my readings before, you might know like some of it. Like I always mention this if it comes through, right? So these three gods could not wield the weapon that this deity alone did in that battle. Okay, collectively, like she could do it alone, like all by herself, that these three separate individual powerful individuals couldn't do. So I feel if you are limiting yourself, if you're putting yourself in the box, if you're trying to mold yourself to a certain outcome, I think that's where you are minimizing yourself for someone or some outcome that's going to not benefit you. Because I get this energy from this. I think I'll read from this, but the energy that I'm getting right now is the more you minimize yourself, the more you're detached to what you truly are, to the highest form of love that you're supposed to receive. Okay, if you are someone who's like looking for love, like since we saw the tarot card, if you're someone who's like looking for love, looking for a partner, ready to settle down, I think the biggest thing that you as an individual would contribute in that relationship is you embodying this essence that you have, where you can literally have it all. If there is a certain aspect of you that has decided for yourself that no, I can only have this much, that could maybe delay the blessings that are coming your way. But I feel the way universe is showing you is you are capable of literally embodying everything. You have it. It's just you being conditioned to look at yourself in a certain way, and somewhere you agree with it because that's how it has worked. So I feel right now it's a very good time for you to, like I said, you've upgraded to a new frequency where you are not letting anyone waste your time or your energy. you're looking for investments, right? So it's a very good time to look at, is there a better way where I can maybe filter my environment to an outcome that serves me without, minimizing myself. Okay, so that's a good start for you, I feel, pile one. And we're gonna take a look at your cards. So you have the King of Pentacles. Again, like, you could be any gender watching this. This talks very much about your wait, you still can't see it, right? So just give me a minute. After I lay these cards, I'm gonna read. Why is this happening? Okay, good enough. Then you have the Six of Pentacles, Two of Cups. I love this. And the Lovers. So, sorry, that was embarrassing. Who said that? Not me. I'm trying to hold it in. That, like how kids, they like force the shit out. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that to you. But that's how it felt. Reaching for the card. Okay, so let me just read. Did I pick up the right? Yeah, I did. So that's the number 47. 47. Yay. Okay, so you have the white buffalo. I can manifest anything. Wait, let me show you. Okay, so you have across the plains, white buffalo stands proud against the sweeping winds and wispy grasses, honored by the Lakota. White buffalo first appeared as the white buffalo calf woman, a prophet and the teacher of the 7 sacred ways to pray. So I'm not reading the whole thing. You can if you want to, but I'll just read one more sentence. There's so much available to you, but to remain worthy and aligned to receive those gifts is up to you and your spirit. Bro, what did I say? Read the last line. I'm telling you, it's very difficult to unlearn certain things, but when you get bite-sized pieces of what to do next. I mean, this is how I function, of course. Like, if I know what I need to do next, and if it's like a bite size and not like a whole itinerary of every minute and second and the end goal that I need to achieve, then it's less overwhelming for me. So I think this is a good point for you to maybe just filter through what's replenishing your energy. Is this even investing? Is this even worth investing? Even if it's like a person, even if it's like a skill you're trying to develop, anything. This could be anything. And trust me, it's like kind of bringing in what you actually need. So now we're gonna look at the number 2. Okay, I embrace my creativity. Can you read this? Sort of. Okay. Pictured with a biwa or a traditional Japanese lute, Benzatine is a Buddhist goddess of music, water, and knowledge. She is also known as the muse to all artists and innovators, and infuses inspiration into those who choose to connect with her. And what kind of art would feel good to create? See? Okay. So it basically, the gist of the reading for you is, the more you invest in things that does not limit, that does not minimizes, that you nowadays on Instagram it's going out very frequent that I'm not going to take myself down the top shelf for you to reach me or something like that. I might have butchered it, but you get it, right? You don't have to take yourself down the top shelf. You are the top shelf. People should reach, people should literally buy or invest in steps to reach to you, right? That's how you know, like, the people around you is amazing. And that's as simple as you getting attached to yourself. It's, again, it's not even selfish. If you think like, it's like, oh my god, that's so selfish of me, or I'm not giving my time. No, no, it's not selfish. If this person is worth investing, I'm sure they are going to be very thorough with the intention of meeting you or asking for your time. Very intentional. People are going to approach you if you decide that for yourself, right? So that's how basic it is. Okay, so I am so excited to read what's coming ahead because of this frequency that you've developed or cultivated after this reading. So you have the King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Two of Cups, and the Lovers, as you see. My the things that I'm picking up, I was going to say my take on this. I would rather say the things that I was picking up was this King of Pentacles and this Six of Pentacles are like representing two energies. Now, if you are, like I said, someone who's looking for love or connection, and when I say looking, it's like, yes, you would love to have like a person, and the energy that I get from you is, even if I don't have that person, that's okay too, and if I have that person, it's okay too. So you're like, you're very relaxed about it. You're right now in this stage, and this, this girl, she's like happy, but this person is noticing how happy this is, and they literally have the same attire. So I feel like your person is very close. If you have no clue who this person is, if you have some clue that, this person is maybe that guy I saw, while crossing the road, or maybe that girl I saw, like, whatever your inclination is. Not only that, okay, there's something more important with this Two of Cups and the Lovers. There is this imbalance that's coming with this person, okay? When I say imbalance, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be, it's going to ask you to express more. I think it's going to make you uncomfortable. Again, this is like, you might look at this and you'll be like, oh my god, these are such lovely cards. Why is she saying like that? The reason is, love is going to challenge you, okay? If you're truly seeking love, this is what's coming your way. If you're truly seeking money, it's coming your way, but it comes with challenges, because these challenges are going to help you sustain it. It's going to help you grow with it. It's going to help you multiply it. Okay, so these three things are coming your way because of you getting attached to yourself and not the outcome. Does that make sense? Awesome, that's all I have for you, Parwan. Keep an eye out on the last part because it's interesting. I've literally set up for the whole thing, so I might just continue to read for the last part. But if not, I'm planning on doing another reading, which is so interesting. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hi there, pile number 2. If this is what you chose, again, if this is your first time watching this reading, please go watch part 2 and 3, 2 and 1, because they are all linked. They are going to help you come to this frequency of vibration, or this level of abundance that is what I'm picking up in this reading. If you haven't watched that, I would suggest watch that first and then come back to this. If you have, welcome, and let's see what frequency you are in right now. I'm not kidding. Okay, so what happened was, I was telling Palwan that I had already recorded this reading, and I don't know if you were in the intro or not. I think I did talk about this in the intro, but anyways, I'm saying it again. So I was recording this reading, before, like 3 weeks ago. And dude, the whole thing felt so chaotic. Like I was saying certain things and I'm like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, I was opposing myself so much, like throughout the whole reading. It's not just your pile, it was the whole thing, okay? And then the memory got like, exceeded. I had no space left, so the video cut off, and then I had to delete a few things and then record again. And it's like such a ruckus. So again, this is the card I think your pile had too. The Silk Road with Inner Mongolia. But anyways, let's not go into that. I've like set a nice intention. I feel really good about this reading. I am more confident about this. So let's see what's coming your way. Okay, so sorry. Let's see how you get detached and more attached to yourself, right? Because detachment for me, it's like a outcome. Like I need to make use of my time and get things done, be productive, and having like a certain set of perspective that's not working for me anymore, and I'm just trying to upgrade. Okay, so that's how this reading is going to be. If you vibe with it, I have nothing more but lots of hopes and prayers for you. If you don't vibe with it, I'm sorry, but you'll have to watch part 1 and 2. It's how you upgrade. It's how, and not just watching, it's like you accepting it, you embodying it. That's the key. Okay? For those of you who have watched this is what the energy is telling me. So I just feel like I need to lay out all of your cards first and then talk about this, because somehow you just feel like to the point. So you have Blue Lotus with the number 26. You could be someone 26. You could be March, could be significant for you. You have the King of Wands. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Eight of Swords. And you have... Wait, let me just try something. I ended up breaking this, so... I ended up breaking the stand while trying to focus on, trying to bend it over the cards. But I think this is good enough. And then I'll keep you here, okay? Okay, so pile number 2. One thing I want to say is I'm so proud of you. I don't know if you are someone who would like casually date people, casually or not even casually, like you would date people but people would end up being casual with you, or you would have very pure intentions with people, but people end up like misunderstand you and then they would just treat you really badly. And I feel like most of the people who treated you badly had like a very insecure mindset. Yeah, I think that's it. So they were not only illiterate about their own existence, they were also undereducated, underguided about how to treat a normal human being. So if you're someone who's like internalizing all this treatment to yourself and how you could have done it better, I would suggest like even if you got this opportunity to go in past and fix things, it would have still turned out in the same outcome, which is like they not being in your life anymore. It's because one thing, like you as a teacher, you could be someone who's a teacher, again, doesn't have to be, but you are a teacher. Your words, your existence, your demeanor, it has weight, okay? And being in your presence is going to be like, listen, I have so many things to teach you, right? Because I have had a set of experience that demands or that kind of exists in a way where I'm teaching, right? For like example, like if I take this tool, it's supposed to cut things, right? I cannot cook with this. I cannot eat with this, right? I cannot write with this. It's supposed to cut paper and it's very specific. So that's how your soul is coming off to people now. This is what the frequency I'm picking up from you. Okay? So for a very long time, I think your purpose has been like, oh, I'm gonna try and make, like, help people eat, help people cook, That's not your purpose, babe. That's not your purpose. Again, not a gender specific thing. So yeah. And literally, like, people would have, like, you put you inside like a safety so that you don't hurt them. Not that you were going to, because that's how delicately you're supposed to be held, not from your, like, where you can cut them. But okay, what my point is, I'm so proud of you, because something about you is like, dude, just try me and see what I can do. Like, I just want you to take the first hit, and then I'm ready to blow your brains out. So yeah, I'm so proud of you. I don't know if anyone has told you this, and if not, this is me appreciating you. Thank you for sharing your energy with this. And I love how you were all about you now. You were all about how this is going to make me feel good, or like, spending time with you doesn't make me feel good. So I'm just gonna. And I think, like, this happened with pile 1 as well. Like, they were very careful with spending time with people who kind of are a good investment. So it was like a two-way street happening with them. But with you, I feel it's more like a, like, if you F up in the first meet, I don't think so there's going to be a second. Does that make sense? Like, if you offend me in this first sentence, I don't think I'm going to give you any more seconds to redeem yourself. And you know what? You are exactly right. If people are calling you selfish, remember that's your first filter. Like, dude, if you think I'm being selfish after being treated so badly for so long, then fine, be it, And I love how universe is reflecting you, because like, the way I look at the colors, it's, sacral, crown, and then it's throat and heart. It's what's in your heart. You are supposed to be a warrior. You are supposed to defend. You are done defending people who are like a problem in themselves. And when I say problem in themselves, babe, that's an understatement. You are like, sorry, I just took a sip. Sorry, why am I saying sorry? You should go have a sip of water if you haven't. This is a reminder. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, you have been defending people, like, very shitty people, okay? And with all due disrespect that I totally intend to, they were not nice, and that's it. There's nothing more I can say about these people that you've let go. But that's how universe is reflecting to you, with like an open heart, and open verbal communication has become stronger. And I feel the more you speak what you actually mean, without like filtering, without toning it down, without again, something about the way you speak is not even disrespectful. It's more like, and you just telling an asshole that, hey dude, listen, stop being an asshole. There was no tone, there was no disrespect. You just pointed out things that person was already projecting on the environment, right? So it's not even disrespectful, anything like that. It's just you pointing out facts. You are no more being empathetic to people who do not even deserve your empathy. So again, I love it. And let's see what's coming out of this because I feel like somewhere you've grown a very healthy attachment to yourself. So this reading is just more of telling you like, wow, I'm so proud of you. Things are happening for you, honey. So, okay, first things I want to say, like, again, if this is something about love and, partner growth, um, with you, I feel the direction you are heading is where you would find your future partner if you're looking for, if you're already with someone. This is more like a growth. This is more like a new set of perspective on your relationship, on your environment that you are in right now, right? If I were to like dumb it down to even more materialistic stuff, it would be you moving, you shifting houses. Because with this Eight of Swords and Four of Swords, I feel like you no more care about, and when I say care, it's more like you started giving yourself more priority. It could be literally eating on time, or if I were to, like I said, dumb it down to more material stuff, it would be eating on time, it would be sleeping on time. And when I say on time, like getting enough sleep, getting right amount of food that your body needs, right? So it's just as simple as that for you. But it's a challenge when it comes to someone who's not you. Does that make sense? So if you have someone who's dependent on you, I feel that's what is weighing you down. And somehow, if you are in a relationship, again, this is for someone specific. If you're dating someone, this could be like a good opportunity for you to maybe test the new frequency you're in, and maybe set some boundaries with this person, because somehow they have become good at draining you. So yeah, and if you're someone who's not in a relationship, you're looking for a relationship, you still have someone in your vicinity who is like that, but there's less contact between you two. Like, you still have like temperance, but someone who is in a relationship where you live with that person, it's good to have certain boundaries with them. And the outcome of this would be like, so the tarot cards are shuffled with an intention of showing you an outcome of you being attached to yourself, right? So the outcome of this is you finally get to have your desires. And I feel, or more like you'll see a direction, I feel, towards your desires, towards how you grow, towards I feel you're like someone who's very young, like age wise. Like I said, like I saw 26 and 3. Someone who started something, someone who's beginning, someone who's like learning something. So you're still starting. You could be literally 45 or something, but I don't see you at the end of something. Like, having your own business, and it's been like 10 years now, and you're ready to pass it down to someone, right? You're not on that phase. You're like starting now. So there are people who are out to get you and your energy. So again, this is like a warning for you to maybe start matching their energy, start mirroring the disrespect that you've received, and being unapologetic. So your biggest battle here, I feel, pile 2, is not feeling guilty. It's going to be difficult. So yep, that's all I have for you, Palto. Please keep an eye out on the last one, because that's where your guidance is. That's going to be like a full-blown reading with a lot of guidance and a lot of good things coming your way, because damn it, I want good things come to your way. And I just saw 444 while I said, damn it, good things come your way. So that's your sign. You might see a lot of 4s when things are happening for you, but this is like a very difficult thing, so maybe just take a step back, relax. Don't have to take it to heart. It's gonna happen because I believe in you. This is difficult, not feeling guilty after standing up for yourself, and yeah, it's challenging. So keep an eye out, keep an eye out. You got this. I believe in you. Okay, so we'll go to pile 3 now. Thank you for watching. Should I just group them? Okay. So, pile number... Hi there, pile 3. It's nice to meet you guys. Okay, so what happened was I did record this reading, but it felt too chaotic. So here I am. If you're someone who's not watched part 1 and part 2, I would suggest go do it, because I'm picking up on the frequency of someone who's like watched that, because it's a playlist, it's connected, it's going to guide you through a phase. So it won't make sense if you directly come to this first. Okay, for those of you who've watched it, welcome. Let's begin with your reading. Oh my god, I think so. So like I said, I had already recorded your reading. I feel this was your pile. Like you got the same card. You have the Vikings in the New World with courage 8. I'll do the same thing with you as well. You have Obsidian and Moonstone with the number 18 and 19. I like the sequence. I like how your aura is purple. And you know, recently I got to know that purple is associated with regal and elegance. I thought I just saw someone. Anyways, yeah. So it's associated with regal and elegance. So if you're someone who likes purple, like this shade a lot, it's because your past life had a lot of wealth. Okay. I think for you, pile 2, 3, sorry. I'm gonna flip all the cards and I might arrange it this way because this feels more efficient. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, and 10 of Wands. Awesome. Okay. So. Is this in the frame? No. Let me just push this out. Okay. Almost. Should I zoom out? Yeah. Okay. Works. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Pile number 3. Welcome. This reading is shuffled, like the cards are shuffled, pre-shuffled with an intention of you getting attached to yourself. Because honey, with detachment I have experienced, like this is again my experience, so I'm guiding you. You don't have to take it. If you find anything that's offensive in this reading, just click off. Don't have to listen, right? But if you're here, okay, with detachment there comes resentment, there comes feeling lost and chaos. Now that chaos is not beautiful, it is, but I feel like to find chaos beautiful, you have to you have to break every spiritual bone you have in your body to fall in love with chaos, okay? And again, my perspective. So if anything is offending you, I am giving you like a full blown heads up, because this feels like a bumpy ride. Because with the previous part where I picked up your environment, it was all about love, okay? And I see now that when that love is in your environment now, like this moment, something about you feels like you're so scared. Like somewhere I feel in this whole equation you are absent. Like there's this person you want, there's this job you want, there's this, I don't know, house you want, everything is there, okay, but you are absent from this equation. So what I feel is like from the previous frequency or previous energy that I picked up, where it talked about balance, it talked about how beautifully you two would grow and how it's essential to have your partner in this growth, because that's what your journey was, okay? Like that's what I picked up. And yes, it is a very dominant single energy. And if you're someone who's like in a relationship with this person, with this with someone, I feel it's it has to be your person. It has to, you have to be married to this person if you are in a relationship with someone. Again, this is why I'm cautioning you. If you are offended, just click off, because then this is not your reading, this is not your frequency. You either have to be single or married. Because like I said, like I explained in the part 2, this has a function. Both of these, like, they need to work in unison to maybe pick certain things up. To make things happen, they need to work. To even fulfill the task that they are designed to, they need to work together. So it's a energy where you are linked, and you linking has a higher purpose rather than you being alone, right? Like just this part. So in this equation, I feel like there is a huge imbalance. There is like, I can see the waves splashing. You could be someone who's like very much, you feel like a close connection to mountains and water. Very earth. You could have earth signs. I don't know. I forgot. Taurus was earth. Virgo was earth. And what's the third one? I always forget the third one. Capricorn. Yeah. Very prominent. I feel like very, very grounded. You are a very grounded person, okay? And somehow you have stepped into being into water. Like, you know, like in your imagination, everything has become worse and it's bleeding into your reality. It's literally, you have the moonstone and obsidian. It's like a opposite mix. It's very I want to say it's very tiring, contradicting, because it's pulling you in opposite direction, like with the same equal force. Because the reason why is because you do not understand your power. So it's pulling you, it's tugging you, right? Whatever your situation is right now, it could be something that you've imagined. It could be self-sabotage, it could be you putting yourself in a box, okay? And that's how I think you're very attached to an outcome. So with you, Paltu, it's not I'm not calling you out, I'm not putting you down, I'm not demeaning you, I'm just saying this is the frequency that I pick up from you right now, from what I had picked up before in part 2. And it's not a bad thing, it's just for you to be cautioned that your brain, it's very powerful. Your thoughts are very powerful. Your thoughts are very much aligned with your intuition if they help you think of a solution and not fear and doubt. So if you're someone who's like fearing a certain outcome with certain thing that you've planned, trust me, honey, it's it's like a pull. Like imagine me trying to rip these two off, you know, I would never be able to put them together because they are welded here. They are not supposed to. Oh my god, look at the function of this thing. It's supposed to come together and not pulled apart, right? So, yeah, pile 3, I just want to use my other deck and see why certain things are pulling you apart or what's bothering you. Because right now it talks about your frequency, because the intention with which I shuffled this card was to understand you and your frequency right now. And then this was supposed to show, or the universe that's reflecting you, because you're attached to yourself, right? But this is like telling me, like, dude, pile 3 is like struggling with a very small thing, because there's like a huge beautiful future you have, but you just too much stuck in your head for this. Okay, so let me just clear it out for you. Don't worry, I got your back. You have Two of Swords. That just flipped. You have the Chariot. One more, please. And the Two of Cups. Ooh, I like it. I like how you are. Are you someone who's like trying to get your to confess something to someone? Aw, this is so cute. Are you like, what if they reject me? Sort of. Okay. You're so cute. You have the Page of Swords in the back of your deck, and look how she's like not looking at the sword. She's like, have it. And her stance is like, maybe, sort of, maybe, probably. It's like a very indecisive stance. I mean, body language. If I were to receive your love confession, honey. Okay, why are you being indecisive? Sorry, it's just this cards are like not obeying me. Okay, so the situation that I feel you're in right now is you're trying to come up with a decision. You're trying to work, like, so let's say you have a decision to make. You want to make it under a certain time frame, but you need to also carry on with your life. You need to also work, you need to also eat. And I feel like right now you feel like you're not giving enough time to this decision. That's why maybe you're not being able to make it. But all I can see right now, and I feel this is morely regarding towards love interest. So if you're someone who's like, again, married, it makes sense. If you're someone who's single, it makes sense. If you're someone who's in a relationship, dating, situationship, blah, 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 no, this is not for you. I'm sorry, this is not your energy. You need to go to part 1 and maybe choose again. Okay? So now that we've come to an agreement, this is like you forcing yourself to make a decision that's already been made by your creator. Okay, imagine like you are in a movie, okay, like a beautiful whatever movie you love, okay. It's the last scene. You are the hero, heroine, or the lead, or whatever, okay. We are in the audience, we are watching you, right? We are cheering you on. We are like, oh, it's but obvious, like pile 3 is gonna do this, I mean, come on. But you just suddenly stop. You're like almost within the reach of this ending, or of the struggle, or of this conquest. You're almost there, like the ship, it's almost at the edge of the island. But then you just stop, and somehow you just start bashing the ship or whatever medium that's getting you there, and you just drown and you die. Sorry. that came out really wrong. Did you understand the metaphor? Like when I was explaining you with the ship example, You get it? Like the medium that's taking you there, you're hurting that. So somewhere I feel your fear and doubt is taking over your intuition, and you've started like second guessing everything. If this is like a daily thing, I feel this is like you second guessing what kind of shirt you should wear, what kind of skirt you should wear, and blah blah blah. So honey, it's very simple. Wear whatever you want that makes you feel good. Okay. So I think this is like a caution reading for you, that you need to step back, you need to understand where your fear are. If you're fearing being vulnerable, if you're fearing like this person is going to reject you, let them decide. Okay, if they're going to reject you, let them reject you, don't reject yourself. Okay. So the reason why I said okay was like two thoughts colliding in my mind. Okay, so what happened today? I just set an intention. I'm looking for like a lot of jobs, and the economy is economy. It's such a Gen Z response. Okay, so yeah, and I'm like, dude, my lifestyle, it requires a certain level of money that I don't have. So I need to earn, I need to provide for myself, because dude, this reader of yours loves luxury. Okay, so I just thought like all of my life decisions are being made for me, so I'm gonna decide today to choose myself. Okay, so I just dressed up and looking all cutesy, and the heat was crazy. I cooked myself a nice warm meal, and I had this beautiful tea. I dressed up, I put on some makeup, and then I left with my resume, and I started applying. Okay, and before I was about to apply, I used to think like, no, this place, no, I don't think so they would like me or something. And then the second voice was, the second thought was, it was like, wow, you just rejected yourself even before this person rejected you. Let them reject you. That's what I thought. So I just stepped into that place, and I'm like, hey, are you looking for a part-timer? Can I apply if you're looking? And they're like, no, sorry, we just we just hired quite a few people. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. And then they said like, but you should apply online, because there's a lot of things happening on the other part of the town, sort of situation, right? See, you see, they did not reject me, they gave me a proper answer, they guided me through the whole thing. And I just ended up giving like walk-in interviews and da da da. So it's like, do not reject yourself, honey. You can't reject yourself. That's worse. That's what's like holding things up for you, because what's coming ahead, let me just tell you that. Because I was so excited for this part, but then I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? Okay, so let me just keep this away. This, like, if you're a married person, this could be you coming up with a very brilliant idea. Okay, you doubting something that's calling you, something like that. Again, if you are married, that. If you're, mostly I feel like you're single. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, what's coming? Honey, this is giving me. I'm gonna be Gen Z with you, okay? This is giving me like, whoa, awesome. This is giving me like Princess, I don't know, Diana vibes. Like, people knew her, they loved her, they would like, I think if she was, I think this is my secret, okay, please, I don't want to be cancelled, but if she was alive till today, she could have formed her own kingdom, trust me. Because she was being herself. Okay, she was not like, oh, this guy that I'm married to rejected me, so I'm just gonna end, and like, why did I get piled to here? I'm just gonna stop living my life. No, honey, she like leveled up. She just like, I'm gonna be the center of attention that I'm always supposed to be. Okay. So you have blessings that kind of vibrate or like resonate on that frequency, right? Like people just love her, like the dedication, the admiration that she received from, being herself. That's what this person is going to be like for you. Okay, they're going to admire you, they're going to cherish you, but it has to be you choosing yourself over the fear. Okay, and it's difficult. I see it here. Okay, I see um like a very tug of war happening, and I hope you win pile 3, because I see like a very good compatibility. I think compatibility is something you struggled with a lot, and if you think that your marriage is not compatible, it's because your fears, your doubts take over what actually your intuition is. Okay, you're someone who's like a earth dominant person. Earth element talks about um, practical things, that they talk about experience, they talk about things that come from experience, or they could literally predict an outcome regarding a stock market. I don't know. That's how powerful earth element is. So your thoughts, your pattern recognition skills are very strong, but if your fear is like taking the charge, right, if it's controlling you, it's going to be very difficult for you to discriminate what's good for you, or the medium that's carrying you, you would start hurting it. So it's difficult, I understand, but I see you like winning over. So this bonfire is kind of reminding me of the festival Holi in India. So it's a festival of color. But so the storyline was, there was this prince, okay, Prahlad. He worshipped a god, okay, and I think the king was there was this prophecy where he was gonna like take over the king's reign and stuff, and da 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 da, as usual, money, greed. So the king devised like a lot of situations where he would try to kill this prince, right? But every time he failed, because the god he believed in, it always the god would come through for this worshipper of his, right? So at the end, what he did was, the king, he asked his sister, I think it's a sister or some friend, who had the power of dodging fire, like Khaleesi, how she is not burnt in a fire. So the sister or this friend of the king had the same powers. But so she took Prahlad, the prince, and she sat in a burning fire, in this set of wood burning, and her powers were taken away from her. She burned, her flesh burned, her meat burned. She died, but the prince remained intact, because the god that was oh my god, I feel like crying after telling you this story. The god that was protecting him was powerful. His belief in this god was powerful, okay? He came through. So I think with you, honey, it's going to come, it's going to happen for you. But believe in you, believe in the signs you're getting, believe in your happiness more than the fears, believe in your future and your present more than the past. Okay, the past taught you good, amazing, but don't reject yourself, don't put yourself down. You have no idea how much this person admires you. So yeah, just ask them. Just ask them. Okay. So that's all I had for you. Pile number 3. Yay! I'm so happy that the previous reading was so chaotic. I mean, I would just like talk about certain cards and a sentence, and I would literally question myself, like, what is happening? Why am I doing this? Why am I speaking this way? Why my voice is sounding so bad? And I was like, dude, who are you? This is like such an imposter. So this was like me before that reading. So yeah, I'm not anymore. Honey, I'm like a different level. Anyways, thank you for watching pal number 3. Keep an eye out for the final OG guidance you have, because I can literally feel how beautifully you're upgrading, and I wish you all the best. You got this. Do not let this tower get you. You're more stronger. You're like literally this ship. You're the captain. You got this. Courage. Literally courage. You have courage. You need courage, honey. Okay, sorry with the weird voices. But I'll go to pile number 4. I like this reading. Okay. Hi there, pile number 4. This cute little. Oh, I just saw 1, 1, 1, and 1. Like 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 1 second. Kind of thing. And now I saw 1, 11, and 11. Dude. Okay. The amount of stability you're receiving with getting attached to yourself. Okay, let me just introduce you to the topic. So today we are talking about how you attach to yourself, how do you detach from an outcome, how do you believe in yourself more, how do you attach yourself to the universe and to your higher purpose. Because if you've been following the paths that I am putting up, you cannot again change your energy to different pile because it has to be constant. This is you. I am going to read the energy that comes through after all the development. So if you haven't watched any of the parts, then it might not make sense. That's okay too. You need to go and watch that. And if you don't want to watch the playlist, I get it. You don't have to. Not your time. I get it. But if you're someone who's watched it, welcome. And let's see what's happening with you. You have the number 38, Strength, Joan of Arc, France. I sound so illiterate. Sorry. Let me just sip water. You have Joan of Arc. It's not Jonah, right? It's Joanne. Anyways, I'm going to lay down all your cards. You have the Taurus with number 50. I think someone with Taurus placement has got an eye on you and they're about to conquer you. You have the Fool, the Hermit. You have the Knight of Swords and the King of Cups. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, one thing I want to say, pile number 4, is something about you. The energy that I pick up from you, it has become, like, one thing I can say is, yeah, you are detached from outcomes. You do not put your worth in validation or in high scores or earning a project or people pleasing and then earning a project, or if you are in a more business type of environment, earning a certain number, then you will be satisfied for the day. So something about you is like, no, I don't attach myself to the numbers anymore. Okay, but I think with your perspective on detachment, you are like I want to say ticking bomb. Again, respectfully, because this is more like I don't care. Like, your nonchalant has gone out of the roof. That you do not care even about yourself now. Like, I think with the last reading, I remember yours were the pile where you've become like amazing. You could have become amazing, or you're already very attractive. okay? But I see a mismatch, like your energy and the way you look. There's a imbalance happening. Let me just see why. Come here. I do think like someone has an eye on you, and I do think this has to do. Oh, sorry. This has to do with a person. Let's find out the moon. Ten of Wands, Son of Swords. Dude, I get it now. Okay, that's just too many. And I just saw the Four of Wands too. So you have the Magician, Ten of Wands, Seven of Swords, Judgment, and Ace of Wands. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I get two situations. You have to be single for that. Okay. If you're someone who's like married, again, I cannot advocate, but take it how it resonates. You have to be single first, because this is some energy that I am picking up is someone who is focused on someone, sort of. Okay. So I'll talk about the moon and the magician first. Your situation recently, you could have been with someone. I think so. You might have like had some intimate connection with someone. You ended up having feelings for this person, okay? You ended up falling for this person. You ended up like something about you just hit. And this has to be something intimate, because why am I saying is this Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is passion. It's passion out of the roof, kind of. And this magician is holding that wand. So at first it was like, I'm gonna be a player sort of energy. But then here it's very firm, it's holding it. So something happened where I think you kind of was. I don't know, either you were under the impression that you're gonna get married to this person, or they were under the impression that you have very true feelings for you, which you do, and I think they don't know about that. So I think there is like this disconnect between the way you actually feel, the way you think about yourself has lowered somehow, because I think you broke someone's heart. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It's just the tangent that I'm going on because of this reading. It's so surprising. I didn't expect. I was gonna like. I had this separate reading planned. After this was your frequency and the partner that you're attracting because of this frequency, and like it'll give you insights on how and where you can work on things, or do you need to even stay single for a little bit longer so that you can have someone who's meant for you, right? But with you, I think it's already here, so let's just talk about it. Yeah, so this has to be that situation, because if it's not your pile, because dude, yeah, it's very specific again. Either that, or it's like a something to do with something forever that didn't happen. It changed you. It kind of took a toll on you recently. Maybe you had your eye on someone, and then you found out like this person is dating someone already, or this person is already with someone, and I mean, it's sad. So what I wanted to say was, yeah, I think that's the person who's got, like, who's watching you, they might have rejected you, or you might have rejected someone, but they still have an eye on you. Or if you are someone who rejected them, I think you are watching them. And something about your body, like, I can tell if I look at you, sorry, I'm judging you, pile four. Or if I look at you, you come off as a player, okay? You're like very pretty and yeah, like totally a player. Like you are a starter pack for a player. Again, you could be a boy or a girl watching this. So, but your energy, like the one that I picked up in the second part, it was very dedicated. It was so loyal. It was like that beautiful princess kind of vibe who's very dedicated, like, Monica Bellucci and blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't know the male equivalent of that. Like someone who's very desired, but they're very loyal too. So yeah, you get it, right? You're very desired and you're loyal too. But now there's a mismatch. You are very, very dishonest, very deceptive, but you're very attractive. So now you've become like the OG toxic red flag. Sorry again, this is what I'm picking up. If you're like, no bro, I've got a person, I've got my partner, I'm in love with them, sort of, no, then that's not you. This is not your frequency. This is very specific, because there's a mismatch, and I'm here to tell you that you need to get up. You can maybe, like, if you're someone who's like, yeah, not vibing with this, or this is not what you feel like is happening in your life right now, you can literally go on the final part, because I think you've grown an attachment to yourself, and universe is like, dude, I have lots of blessings and presents for you by the end of this year, so why don't you just unwrap the presents? So you can skip this part. But if you are like vibing with this, you're like, yeah man, that was a worst heartbreak, or like that, there's a huge mismatch, honey, because that's not you. I see your essence. I see like you're this beautiful, and I dreamt of this today. The bull. Yeah, so you this beautiful curated, like, instrument, like this selection of yours, initial selection of yours, you're this beautiful curated instrument that has a very specific purpose, and it's like a, you cannot take away its purpose no matter what. If I were to cut this, I were to cut this, it still be useful, it still be working, right? So I think you attach yourself to this person validating you, and somehow that's caused a mismatch. So for you, I feel right now, to overcome this, to come back to yourself, to identify your frequency, your energy, and not seek this person's validation, you need to focus on who you are, because you're literally this amazing, I can see, like, you have the face, you have the body, you have the beautiful soul, you're literally the whole package. You're like the best case scenario for people, okay? Like, people might just look at you and tell your spouse or your person, like, dude, you're so lucky, they're loyal, they're beautiful, and they adore you, they're not this toxic competing bitch. Sorry. With you, like, I've seen, like, partners be in competition with their partners, and it's horrible. Like, what's wrong with you? Your brain is fucked up. So yeah, again, but you're not that, okay? But now you're stepping into that energy, and I'm like, why, dude? What happened? Like, do you need me to talk to you or something? So if you're that pile 4, do comment. I mean, I don't know, I don't mind helping you, but you can just say like, hey, pile 4 here. And then I can maybe share my email or something. You can talk. I think this thing will go away when you be very candid to someone, and I'm like a stranger to you, so I always think that, strangers, it's good to vent to a stranger rather than venting to your friend. Okay, so my point is, what outcome is coming for you after you come back to yourself, it's more amazing because you have the ultimate partner that's like literally waiting for you. They are literally sitting in their bedroom right now and they're like thinking, what happened to Pal for? Why can't I find them anymore? If this is someone you've never met, this is like that person can literally energetically feel like my person is suffering right now. I can feel it and I can't do anything about it. If they are spiritual, if they are like very practical, they are like literally finding certain memes or jokes about things like, yeah, my wife is thinking that whoever they are with is the forever person, but little does she know that she's going to be my wife, and the person in the reel is like clueless like who's the wife is, but they know. So your person has this knowing about you, your person has this level of confidence in you that you don't need any sort of validation from them, but at the same time the confidence is always shown to you. So you don't ask for validation, you're given that, you're naturally bestowed that. Okay, that's something you deserve and all of us deserve, right? But this person is kind of getting you hooked up, it's like delaying you. So if you're someone who's like trying to step out of this, I suggest you are going in a right direction, because do not waste your intimate energy with anyone, honey. It's not worth it, trust me. I've dated some labubus, so I can tell. Oh no, wait, oh god, my wire just twisted, so I'm just fixing it because it's a stupid iPhone wire. How will I replace it? It's like the iPhone comes for like let's say $1 billion, and then the wire comes for like $100 billion. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm going caveman style. Anyways, yeah, so there's a mismatch happening, and I think this reading is kind of bringing this to your attention with your the level of love you have, honey. It's worth every second or every ounce of energy you have. I literally just got a ringing in my right ear. And I think if this person is still in contact with you, whoever you had like current intimate relationship, this feels like a situationship to me. So just not worth it. Yeah. If you're dating someone and they're not validating you enough, trust me, that's a red flag, run, because the body you have is amazing. The soul you have is literally complementing the body, and this person is dimming your light. So I think for the guidance, you would have to keep an eye out for part 4, which is the final and the ultimate you falling in love with you, and then you just finding your person who also is in love with you sort of energy. So yeah, this is me sending, like intentionally sending you love, because if I see someone suffering, I'm like, either you brought this upon yourself, or this is you clearing up something that you need to. So but now I feel like this is not you bringing it up by yourself. It's something that was forcefully imposed on you, and you're trying to get out of it, you're trying to find yourself, and still this person is kind of leeching on you. Even if the case is like you stop talking with this person, like literally I'm still rooting for you, because yeah, there's a mismatch happening, and no, this is not you, this is like someone completely different I'm talking to from part 2. Okay, and I get it, the energy still has some sort of same connection, same essence, but something has changed, and I have pointed out like the mismatch happening. So take care, pile 4. I mean, it's not easy to be you, like to be this beautiful and to have a good soul, because people automatically put you in a box where the player enters. Sorry, I just bobbed. The player enters. Of course, they're going to break hearts. No, you're going to love one person. You're like a one man or a woman person, right? So please just get rid of this energy. I mean, I don't know how you do it, and I'm sure you'll figure it out like very peacefully and very respectfully for yourself, not for them, of course. But yeah, do it. Do it. I support it. You have my blessings. So that's all I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. And this is a good playlist, so I would suggest please watch part 1 and 2 if you haven't. But if you stayed for the reading and it somehow made sense, I think part 1 and part 2 will make sense even more. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay? Take it. Bye.